trying to warm up. Okay, let's talk about Periea again. Of course, the UK's #1 storage solution. They pack away flat when they're not in use. There's so many ways to use them throughout your entire home. And now we're bringing you a set of 3. These are small, but they're not that small. Collapsible, textured storage boxes, originally $33. Now you're bringing home 3 for $22.99. 3 easy payments, say $7.66. Now they have this really cool kind of denim wash. We have only 2 colors available. This is your navy choice. And I know what you're thinking, Chelsea, that's not really navy, but remember I said it's like that kind of like cool denim wash navy. So that's navy. And then we have dark gray. Diana Stesad is joining me once again. Diana, these are already super popular because it's everything we just saw and loved about the jumbo, but now in this really handy smaller size.
Yes, this is called our small, but I think you've probably seen in the studio, we've stuffed a king size comforter in there, so they're really not that small. They're about 15.7 inches by 13 inches, and they're 9.8 inches tall. But again, they come to collapse like this. You don't have to worry about storing them if you're not using them. Pop up super easy. They also hold up to 44 pounds.
That's
so
wild.
You can definitely load these up. Got that hard bottom, the fabric handles. It is like a smaller version of the jumbo one, but you know, these are going to fit in more places. So I love this size. They're really versatile. So maybe it's the swimsuits, maybe it's the hats and scarves and gloves, or the dog stuff or the kitty stuff that you have at home. I have some arts and crafts here, like some yarn and things. It's a perfect size for sweaters, great for jeans. So, you know, and they stack, again, beautifully. So you can kind of use it almost like as a small kind of chest of drawers almost.
I'm so happy you mentioned that because that's what I think is so great. If you are limited in size in your home, like us, we don't have money for an addition, but this is giving our closet kind of a new life because suddenly you stack them. It gives you that organization that you need. Folds completely flat, and this is the kind of like assembly I can get behind, Diana, that you simply just bring it up. You place those stainless steel frame pieces to the side, then it holds up to 44 pounds. And like you said, it's just about 16 inches by 13 by almost 10. So we're calling it the small size, but again, this fits a king size duvet. And you've got 2 points of entry from the top and from the front as well.
Yes, exactly. So when they are stacked, you don't have to move any of them to get into the boxes. So even when I have something on the bottom here, like hats and scarves and gloves, which I finally got to put away this year, but if I'm looking for some gloves in the fall and on the first chilly day, I can go in here and just grab them, you know, whether they're up on a shelf in the closet or I have them stacked in the closet with other things. It's so nice. You can just reach in and also grab a sweater. What they do is really gives things that are soft, the sweaters, the sets of sheets, the towels and things like that, structure so that you can stack. You can't just endlessly stack sweaters in your closet. It's going to be the Leaning Tower of Pisa in no time and be a mess. So it gives it structure and organization and maximizes your space.
I'm so glad you explained it that way, Diana, because that is so true. When you think about like a linen closet, for example, if you fold fitted sheets the way I fold them, which is like in a cinnamon roll, this allows them to stack. If you have multiple sheets for multiple bed sizes, this is such a great way to organize. Say like one is queen, one is your king, one is for your blow up twin if you have friends or family coming to stay. Just 2 colors to choose from. This is your dark gray. Then we have our navy. And I think these are really cool, Diana, because it's like that really fun kind of like textured, almost like denim wash.
Yeah, they do. They almost have like a little denim lip to them, which is nice. So they're kind of neutral. They're pretty, you know, stackable, collapsible, which is great, and sturdy. They've got that steel frame inside. I mean, that fact that you can load these up with 44 pounds, this could be something where you're putting away some small photo albums, CDs or DVDs that you're saving. You know, where do we put stuff like that?
Right. You're exactly right. There's so many things, like when we think about, you know, things that we have in storage, it's because it's special to us. We want to treat it well. We want to make sure it stays dust-free. We want to make sure that it lasts for a long time. Exactly. And I love, too, that you can see from so many different angles exactly what's inside. There's no guesswork. You're getting that super clear window on the side. and in the front as well. 2 different points of entry. This is V53155. You're bringing home a set of 3 today for $22.99. 3 easy payments today of $766. 2 different colors, dark gray or that denim. Diana, I was just thinking, because you and I have talked about this before. I love if you have little ones like grandkids or your children or your aunt like me or an uncle, and you want to kind of start teaching them like responsibility of like cleaning up after yourself. If they don't have a place to put their toys, it's always going to be a mess. But this kind of gives you a landing pad for all those toys, those clothes, those books.
Yes, and it's easy. It's easy for little hands to work the zipper.
Yes.
So, they know that, maybe all of my doll's clothes go in here, all the little cars go into the box. And what's nice too, I mean, this is such a great size if you're traveling this summer at all. You could, maybe the kids each get an activity box in the back of the car. You could, have an emergency kit in the back of the car with this size as well. So it's just a really nice, versatile size. I find it fits in a lot of different places because it's a little bit smaller.
I think you're exactly right. I was just thinking too, because each one holds 44 pounds. What a great thing to keep in the trunk of your car. If you like to go to those big box stores and you don't carry bags because you're bringing like home a weird variety of items. This is so nice to kind of, again, give structure to the trunk so things aren't just like rolling around willy-nilly. You have this there instead. This color is dark gray.
Yeah.
Then we have our navy as well, a set of 3 for $22.99, which is absolutely incredible. 3 easy payments of $766. Call us right now to bring it home. You are going to be so glad that you did, because Diana, I was just thinking, even if you're not sure where you're going to use them or put them, you're going to find a spot in your home that needs some structure and organization. It's V53155. Diana, thanks so much for being here, but you're coming back in just a little bit as well.
Yes, I will see you in a little bit.
All right, I'll see you real soon.